Well, I like hearing that stuff. Yeah, shoot.
Hey, where you going?
I'm getting down to Frank's Diner. They're only open for breakfast and lunch, so I gotta hurry.
Whoa, what do they got down there?
Amazing food! They have their world-famous garbage plates, but so much more. Fantastic homemade French toast, delicious sandwiches for lunch, and be sure to check out their daily specials. They're always coming up with something new and different.
That's Frank's Diner, located in downtown Kenosha at 508 58th Street. Whether you are buying, selling, or just curious about the local market, Shannon Franklin of RE/MAX Newport Elite would love to offer her support and service.
Shannon knows Kenosha, both as an agent and can help you find exactly what you're looking for.
Find her realtor webpage at remax.com or give her a call at 262-960-5182 to begin your real estate journey. Looking for that perfect gift?
Contact Aaron Hunzinger of AH Did It for a fabulous one-of-a-kind creation.
Aaron specializes in metal, canvas, leather, and wood to bring amazing works of art to life.
Contact him now by finding him on Facebook at AH Did It. That's all one word. AH Did It. On this episode of the Ktown Connects podcast, we bring rock and roll and the law together as we chat it up with Kenosha's one and only Frank Parise. Cue that music. Ooh, that freshly cracked open public craft beer. Wow.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm drinking a light lager today.
All right.
Wow.
Good old Public Craft Brewery located in downtown Kenosha at 628 58th Street.
Yes, Matt and company down there do such a great job with their beer, their food, their entertainment, everything. Check out everything at Public Craft Brewing Company at publiccraftbrewing.com. Do it now. Drink their beer. Have some spirits.
Delicious stuff.
It really is. But boy, we really love beer. We jumped into that before we even got to say welcome to the Ktown Connects podcast.
Well, they see the title. They know what they're listening to.
I hope so. I hope so.
Unless we're on Channel 14, they're like, what's that?
Yeah. Good old KCM. Well, I'm one of your hosts, Donnie, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm here with Jason.
Hey, Jason. How are you doing today?
Doing great.
Pleasure to see you.
I had one sip of beer. I'm already kind of loopy.
Well, let's see how many you have by the end of the night.
Yeah. Where are we at, Donnie?
We are at the A-Plus Mobility Recording Studio in beautiful downtown Kenosha.
That's right. A-Plus Mobility is the area's newest mobility and home medical equipment store. Owner Ashley Knight has the knowledge to help you make the right choices for yourself or your loved ones. That's A-Plus Mobility, 2324 18th Street. Visit their website at aplusmobilitysolutions.com for more.
Yeah, Ashley shot me a message last week. She got a couple sales, somebody listening to the podcast, so that always feels good.
It works.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And, Frank, what did you think about that theme song?
Unbelievable. I was asking Jason, who was that?
Dropping Daisies. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Yep, good old Amy Crucinelli's band. Yes.
Okay.
That is a real
Yeah, they
rocker.
recorded that for us a couple years ago. That's our theme, man.
Yep, it's, you know what? Hold on.
Where's
ding,
it at?
ding, ding,
Where's
ding,
it at?
Hold on. Oh, it looks like it's still number one on the charts.
Wow.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Pump.
More news?
And it's still number one in all of our hearts.
Yay!
Thank you, Angie.
So who are we talking to today, Donnie?
We are here with Frank Parise, the rock star.
Uh-oh.
And the owner
Yeah, I know,
of Frank J. Parise Law Office.
Donnie, I mean, he's a lawyer and a rocker. I thought you had done something like I fought the law and the law won.
That's too easy.
It's
It's
too
been
trite.
done.
Yeah,
It's
come
been
on.
done.
All right, okay.
But a rock star and the law.
There you go.
I mean,
all right, here I am.
Two things that don't mix, but you make it mix.
And a lifelong Kenoshan.
Yes, born and raised.
Wow.
Yep.
Born and raised.
Hello, well.
Well, we're going to get to know you in this first segment, Frank.
Well, I can tell you I didn't have a happy childhood, but I'm having a long one. So there you go.
I like that. That should be on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
All right, Frank. So, obviously, you were born in Kenosha.
Yes.
What side of town were you born?
I I think at the time it was called the North Side, but basically right on 50th Street, 1616 50th Street.
Okay.
House no longer exists anymore, but yeah, right there.
Right by the old cheap head of shoes?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And Fred,
Former guest on the show.
Fred and I were very good friends. In fact, he talked me into trying out for Little League because he was an excellent baseball player.
Nice.
I was not so much, but he talked me into it. And funnily enough, 2 houses down, going east, is where my wife grew up.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
We weren't childhood
Didn't know her at all,
sweethearts. Or
huh?
anything. Oh, I knew. Yeah, of course.
You knew who she was,
yeah,
huh?
I was at her house. Used to hang around with her brother.
Oh.
My sister hung around with her and her sisters. But yeah, she liked me. I didn't like her. So,
The love connection came later then.
yes, we were always friends. Always friends. And in fact, I think I punched one of her old boyfriends. But
Whoa.
and then
Did he sue you?
No, a little bit younger, but he deserved it.
So growing up over there, how long did you stay in that area?
Well, we weren't. I was raised by a single mom, so it was my sister and I. So we didn't have much. We moved around a lot. So we lived at that house twice. In fact, Charlie Molinaro was the owner. He took care of, in the sense of, he was very kind to my mother because we didn't always have money. So he was very kind about holding off on rent and all that stuff. So my father passed away in 2005.
Okay.
Frank Sr. But my parents were divorced when I was really young.
When you were young.
Yeah, 5 years old. So
Did you have a decent relationship with both of them? Or?
well, my mom I adored. My dad, we got along.
Okay.
I mean, we got along. That wasn't the issue. He got busy raising another family.
Okay.
He got remarried, and so that did, however, create a situation where I got very, very close with my nana, and also my dad's brother. Younger brother, Mike Parise, if you know that name. He's the singer for Boys and Toys.
Yeah, I
well,
love him.
that's
I
my
love him so
godfather.
much.
Okay.
And so on Sundays when I was supposed to go visit my dad wasn't there a lot, and so that's how I got to be very close with my uncle.
Okay.
And so it worked out.
You had a good family, nonetheless.
Oh yeah, an extended family. Yeah. I adored my nana. In fact, I only have I wear my wedding ring. That's the jewelry, and then also my nana's wedding ring.
Oh,
That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, so,
that's beautiful.
yeah, thanks.
It really is.
Appreciate it.
What kind of kid were you? Were you?
I got away with a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was. I was always the. I shouldn't say this, but smart aleck kid that was bright enough to get the work done first and then get in trouble with the other ones.
There you go.
That was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Were you older or younger than your sister?
18 months older.
Okay. All right. So you're pretty close with her?
Yeah, in fact, she is working for me.
Oh, okay. Cool.
She is now she's a paralegal, and she worked for me before, and now we've come back around, so she's been with me now, it'll be about 9 or 10 months, and she's doing a great job.
Oh, that's
cool.
great.
Yeah, she's doing really good, and she's protective of her brother, as she should be.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Tell us about your first job.
Yeah.
My first well, if you're not counting babysitting.
Yeah.
Nobody
Unless you
knows
babysat
that.
anyone famous.
No. Kenosha News paperboy.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kenosha Newspaper Boy.
Yeah, 52nd to 45th Street and 29th Avenue.
And that's when they were actually thick back then.
Oh, yeah. You could actually, there was something to read. But yeah, that was my first real job.
How long did you do that?
2 years?
Wow.
2 years,
Okay.
I think.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, I took over my uncle's route. He was only about 4 years older than I, but I actually took it over before you were supposed to.
Oh, too young.
I did it when I was 11. I did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, so broke the law when I was 11. Apparently.
And that set you to just work in the law.
Just getting away with it. Figuring the ins and outs.
So you have going to Bradford?
Yes, Bradford, 1978 with my wife.
Oh, is that when you kind of started? Nope.
Still several years off. Yeah, we didn't start dating till 1986.
So you were kind of into drama and stuff?
I was. You've been reading. Yes, I was on the drama team or club or whatever. I was on the forensics team.
Okay. Were you in any of the plays or anything?
Yeah, we had a play that went up to state.
Wow.
I actually, It was such a stupid play, but
Oh, we got to hear about it.
it actually required some acting, which none of us could do. It was called Voices. It was just, and what made it even more lame is, got to remember, this is 78, right? So what's out? Star Wars, and so they had these plays that were really about props, and then they had us trying to pretend we're acting, and following those plays where there's all this action going on, and then you have this sort of melodramatic little thing about a guy that hears voices in his head from his dead wife. That was my role.
The melodramatic.
I was not the dead wife. I was the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was sad. So that was it. But I took an A in state in poetry interpretation.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you're a high school poet too, huh?
Oh, geez, you really have.
How did you kind of get into that stuff?
I think, first of all, the poetry thing was being heavily influenced by John Lennon, who also wrote 2 books. And so it just got influenced by that. And so did a lot of poetry reading and writing on my own. And I didn't write like he did, because he tended to write sort of like Lewis Carroll, kind of gobbledygook kind of stuff. I mean, if you read I'm the Walrus words, that was how he wrote his stories. So, but that's how. Just sort of got into it and used some of it to try to impress girls.
Yeah.
So you're influenced by Beatles, John Lennon.
Particularly.
Let's go back a little bit. When was the first time that you heard the Beatles, and what triggered your fascination with them?
The fascination was my 2 uncles, Mike and Chuck, who I think were already playing instruments at that time. Yeah, they had to have been. And being over there on a Sunday night when the Beatles were on. I mean, I was really young, obviously, but I just remember that, sitting at my Nana's house with the Beatles on Ed Sullivan, thinking, and my uncle, who I looked up to, watching it, being enamored by that, that's a nice gig.
That's cool.
That, got to keep that in mind. But what's odd is I didn't pick up an instrument
way later on.
Well, yeah, till I was till I went to Madison.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know, didn't feel capable or couldn't afford one or something.
So you're back in high school, and you not really have your eyes set on the law.
Oh no,
yet.
I did.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I had a teacher that took an interest in me when I was in 3rd grade, and because I could always read well.
Okay.
And she had me read To Kill a Mockingbird. Atticus Finch, and I was I just became enamored with the law with that, and it just sort of stuck in the back of my head. I should be a lawyer. I mean, that's everybody grows up, they want to be a fireman, a football player, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be a lawyer. And so anytime we had some school project, I always volunteered to be the lawyer, and so yeah.
Were you thinking about looking into psychology?
You did do your homework, didn't you? Yes,
Only
I
the
did.
best on Ktown.
Yeah, I did. I actually went to Madison to get a psychology degree because to get into law school, you just needed a bachelor's degree. It could be in anything, and it was going to be in psychology. And then I took statistics and almost bombed out. It was just so boring, and so then I switched to double major, political science and history.
Okay.
So yeah,
very nice.
But oddly enough, my son has a master's degree in industrial psychology and another master's in sociology.
Wow.
So I think he got it from somewhere.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's time we take our first break, and we'll be right back with more with Frank Parise.
You sure?
Where do all the cool cats hang out? At Union Park Tavern, of course.
UPT, as it's called by the hipsters, is located at 4520 8th Avenue, as they serve up great libation and award-winning food.
They open at 11 a.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. on the weekends for a fantastic breakfast.
Oh, I forgot to mention they have musical entertainment most nights of the week and have one of the greatest beer gardens in town.
That's Union Park Tavern, 4520 8th Avenue.
Yay!
Donnie, I just love this kitchen table. Where'd you get it?
Thanks, Jason. I picked it up at Vintage Underground, 5817 6th Avenue.
From fine decorative plates to collective beer cans to the toys you loved as a child, there are vintage and unique items everywhere.
Not sure what you're looking for? Stacy will be happy to help you find a perfect gift for someone or just something to treat yourself.
Don't miss their expanded space to the north full of amazing local vendors.
Stop at Vintage Underground in downtown Kenosha today. All right, and we're back from that break.
And what a break it was.
Oh, it was. It was. And that's going to be on a T-shirt as well.
You keep making these promises, and I don't see any T-shirts.
Well,
Lots
I'm
of
waiting for the
T-shirts.
lettering machine to get back to us on that.
Yeah.
I mean-
we need some good drops, not these, oh, what a break it was. That's kind of dumb.
We've been saying that for 130 episodes.
I know we say it. It doesn't make it good.
Yeah, right. We're back, and our front too. See, there you go.
He already got it better.
Yeah.
Yes. that should
Well, that
be
was
on a
easy.
T-shirt.
Good night.
Great. Now we're going to get on a T-shirt. He's going to sue us.
Yep. I don't know. Does he know anybody about the law?
No, I don't know anybody.
All right. We are here with Frank Parise. And if you need Frank Parise's services, get a hold of him at 262-656-9906. His office is located at 7001 30th Avenue, and you can also email at
fjpllc.com because it's Frank Joseph Parise. LLC.com.
You can edit that out real good?
There you go.
I'll do what I can.
Okay. So, better call Parise, right?
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
the slogan.
I heard it. You heard it here 10th.
All right, Frank.
Yes, sir.
What intrigued you about the law when you were younger and you just wanted to kind of get into it?
Well, as I talked about earlier, it was the book, To Kill a Mockingbird, and Atticus Finch, and how he, was fighting for the rights of someone who obviously was innocent. And so that just sort of stuck with me. Mm-hmm. And then...
You were like, this is going to be my career?
Well, yeah, and what else are you going to do with a poli-sci and history major?
Good point.
Join a band? Oh, I did that already. Gosh darn it. So, yeah, and oddly enough, my dream job was to be a prosecutor, and I ended up becoming, that was my first job right out of law school.
Wait, what was law school like for you?
The first year, they scared the dickens out of.
Yeah.
Not me, but their job was to scare you. And then the second...
Just to make sure you were serious
Well,
about it? Or?
that was a big weeding process. In other words, you could the first semester, you got all these raising their hands thinking they knew everything, and then you could see the second semester that they didn't do well because they were either gone or they were sitting in the back with me. So they weren't so vocal anymore. And so that was a weeding process, I would say. And then second year, they just worked us to death. I mean, it was incessant, the working. And then third year, they bored us to death.
So how did you finance your college?
College, I actually was able to. I was receiving Social Security because my stepfather. My parents were divorced. My stepfather was a truck driver. He got killed when I was a junior in high school.
Oh my!
Bad trucking accident, and so I was collecting Social Security.
Okay.
So I was getting enough to pay the bills, pay the tuition.
Okay.
So I didn't owe any money when I graduated.
Wow.
From Madison. Now, when I graduated from law school, I owed, at the time in 1985, $26,000, which roughly comes out to about $75,000 now. So that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so I was paying back for about 10 years, $232 a month.
Yeah, you'll never forget that.
No,
right?
no.
So you graduated from Madison with history and political science.
Yes, sir.
And then you're going on to Valparaiso in
Yes.
Indiana.
Yep.
How'd that go down there? How was it like to get away from Wisconsin?
I wanted to get away from Madison at the time, and looking back, I probably would have, if I knew Milwaukee better. I didn't know Milwaukee at all. I probably would have went to Marquette, but I'm glad I went to Valpo. I ended up, I'm lifelong friends with people that I went to law school with there. In fact, a guy that runs Dana Wax, he ran for governor a few years back. That was my roommate.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, and he's a great guy. He's got a major medical malpractice firm. In fact, he and I were on the mock trial team at Valpo. So what I liked about Valparaiso as opposed to Madison was the more one-on-one. I got to know professors very well. I ended up being on the student faculty board.
Yeah, you were an excellent student from what I read.
Well,
that's what they say.
Yeah, that's somebody lied for you. And so that was the, I guess, the part that I really enjoyed, getting to know the professors. I didn't hardly know any when I went to Madison, classes of 300 plus and all that. So I enjoyed it. I'm glad I went. It was a nice small community, so I needed a little, decompression
Was your
medicine.
plan to come back to Kenosha after you graduated?
No, not at all. It
Okay.
was not the plan. I sent out resumes like you could paper this whole room like you have with Ktown Connects. You could have paper, and I wanted to be a prosecutor. I knew that because I did an internship where I prosecuted up in the UP.
Oh, well.
I was actually up in just north of Hurley in a town called Bessemer, Michigan.
That was a lot up there.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I mean, I had a blast. I actually tried some cases up there because they would, if you were under the guidance of the boss.
Oh, cool.
So I had like 2 jury trials up there as a summer intern after second year. So it was a blast, and I thought, well, this is great, being a prosecutor. Love it, you know. And so then I sent, I think there were 75 counties in Wisconsin. I sent out 75 resumes. I got 2 responses. One, ironically enough, was Kenosha.
Of course, right?
And I interviewed with Bob Zaff. And
So you were just registered in the state of Wisconsin to do laws? I know that works.
no, I had to take the bar exam
Okay.
because I was in an out-of-state school. See, if I didn't think through this well enough, but if I'd gone to Marquette or Madison, I wouldn't have had to take the bar exam.
Okay.
But I will tell you this. I learned more about that law that summer studying for that bar exam than I did the 3 years I was a prosecutor. No,
Yeah, for
'cause
sure. Yeah.
It was important to pass.
Yeah.
And so I studied my tail off and learned that there were 26 different areas of law to learn. And yeah, so it was. And then, sure enough, the only interview I have is Kenosha. And
You're like, of course.
it worked out. Bob Zaff hired me second interview. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it about the law that you love?
Originally it was to help people. I mean, I still enjoy doing, even though back then I was helping victims, you know, as a prosecutor. I mean, I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And I still do. You know, as a criminal defense attorney, I help those that need the help. And so that was the facet that, I enjoyed. I also liked, you know, to help someone, especially in the defense aspect, you have to be sort of creative in how you're thinking because, you know, the prosecutor has it all planned out, how they've mapped the case out. And so you have to be creative and look for those holes that maybe they didn't see that exist in the defense. I rarely interview my client, for example, and get his version or hers version because that just thwarts me from doing what I think I need to do as a defense attorney. Now, having training as a prosecutor, I look at the case as a prosecutor. Okay, what can I prove? And then when I see what I can't prove, that's when I jump on it as a defense attorney and go, see, here's their weakness. It becomes easy for me. And and criminal law always was easy for me. I don't know why. It just came naturally.
Just clicked with you, right?
Well, because I'm probably part criminal. So, you know. Because when I left, I was a assistant DA for about 3 years, and then I was appointed Kenosha's first judicial commissioner.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Full-time, though, right? They had part-times one.
Well, they had part-times then, but they created this position called a judicial commissioner, which the reason why they created it is because they changed the law where they would allow court commissioners to do preliminary hearings.
Okay.
And the judges in Kenosha didn't want to do them, and, you know, it's blah, blah, boring. Anyway, so they created this position, and they hired me. I didn't expect to get hired. I thought some of these more experienced prosecutors would get the job, and I think they wanted somebody they could mold.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Some
that was a
fresh
little
kid.
more, little more malleable, and
Yeah.
you know, as opposed to some hardened 12-year prosecutor. So yeah, I did that for 9 years, and then got into a partnership with Gene Brookhouse and did personal injury work. That's where I had the sort of full gamut of law. When I was with Gene, I think I was with him for 8 or 9 years. So I tried cases in personal injury. I did estate planning. I did contracts. I did, you know, I discovered after a certain point of doing it that I didn't like any of it, other than the trial work as a plaintiff prosecutor, or as a personal injury attorney. I like that a lot.
Okay.
But after a while, it was, you know, so I went out on my own, and here I am.
So let's go back. So you
Yes,
were between Madison and Indiana. You were gone for 6-7 years. I mean, I'm sure you came back often because you're not that far away.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But when you moved back to Kenosha, what were some of the differences you saw in the city compared to when you were growing up here?
Oh man, good question. Geez, I really didn't see a lot of differences.
Yeah,
I mean, the same attitude of work at the Motors and go to the bar was still here.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, because I came back and was after first year of Madison and worked at the Motors in the summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, another job I didn't tell you about.
Wow.
Worked at the Motors in the summer, and I was going to Parkside at night taking classes. I was taking American literature.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I had a full plate. And going out with my buddies who were, getting up at 6 a.m, going to their job at Chrysler or wherever they were going. So, it was one of those things. And so, but I only drank one time during the lunch hour. That was my last day. Because that was a big deal. I mean, the old stories about how they had their seat at the bar.
Right, they're shot and their beer lined up.
And if they got a sandwich, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it.
Because they only had so much time to come across the street, hit the bar, get their lunch, and go back.
I don't know how they did it. I mean, and there was guys that were doing it for 30 years, and I just knew that summer, I'm not doing it. It was enough of an incentive seeing that to go, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Madison.
I'm staying in school.
I don't care how hard it is at school. This is hard.
So you're back in Kenosha now.
Yes, sir.
You're graduated from law school, done. And then you start to kind of ignite things with this childhood friend, Cheryl. How did that kind of...
Yeah, let's hear this.
Hello. Well, Cheryl and I both were in long-term relationships with other people. Mm-hmm. In fact, I'd bought a house with this particular person that I was with. And when that broke off, Cheryl was in Jersey for a bit, and she came back. And funny story is, I'm driving from work. I was a prosecutor then, Kenosha. I'm driving up 50th Street, which was our old town area.
Yeah.
And I see this girl riding her bike, and she just looks smoking. And I pull over, and I start to, flirt with her in a weird, and it was her. She turned and looked at me. She goes, "Frank." I go, "Oh, geez." I had never thought of her in that way, ever.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Oh, okay." And then we started talking a little more, and I remember she had some legal problem with a car, but I think she was using that as an excuse.
Okay, okay. That's what I was going to ask next.
Yeah, and I was seeing all kinds of girls at the time, and then, well, because I dumped the old one.
Yeah, so you're fresh. You got to sow some oats.
3 months away from a wedding, by the way.
Oh.
Whoa.
And we'd bought a house together.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the worst time of my life as far as feeling guilty.
Yeah. But you had to do it.
Love is love.
I knew if I'd have continued on that relationship, because I'd been with her a long time, that I'd be divorced.
Yeah.
I just knew. I saw it.
Yeah.
And one day I just said, I can't do this.
You got to pull the Band-Aid off right now.
So one of us is moving out.
Yeah.
That was me. I lived with my parents till she got settled, and
You remember your first date with her, with Cheryl?
Oh yeah.
What'd
We went to, well, I apparently mixed some signals when she had suggested we get together. I brought a cucinato with.
Oh, no.
I brought Marty Cucinato, thinking it was just us friends, because Marty knew her, and and I show up at her door, boom, boom, boom. Mom answers, and I've known her mom forever.
Yeah,
and Mom just looked at me like, because she looked at Marty. She's like,
no.
"What are you?" That I got that look, and and then Cheryl came down dressed just to the nines.
Yeah, looking great.
Awesome. And I just looked at myself and went, "What an idiot." We went to a place called Bananas, I think. It was downstairs where the Wyndham is.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
There was a bar there. Yeah. So as we're going in, Cheryl kind of walked ahead of me, and I pulled Marty aside. I said, "You're finding a different way home." Okay? That's it.
Yeah,
so that was our first date.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's got to have a sense of humor to be with me.
So how'd you start your love of music?
Yes.
That had to have happened with my uncle. My uncles, they were in a band at the time. My uncle was a drummer, and my other uncle was a guitar player in a band back then they were called the Laurels. Then eventually they became Union. They even made an album back in '77. Cool. And so that was it. And my dad played guitar, and he was big into Buddy Holly. As I understood, he could do a good Buddy Holly impersonation. And in fact, if you see, that what is that Winter Dance stuff.
Oh, yes,
those
yes.
pictures.
Yeah.
There is a picture of my mom watching The Big Bopper.
Wow,
she's
really?
on. She's
Oh,
like
cool.
front and center, and I have it actually at home framed. That actual a print of it.
Oh, nice.
So that was, my mom obviously loved music, and that was all. It was all part of the family kind of thing.
All right. Do you remember
Yeah.
the first show that you ever played
Yes.
in public?
Yes.
I want to hear about this.
Well, it was. I didn't get into a band until I was 40.
Really?
Yes, true story. I played. I horsed around. I would get up, like when friends of mine, like the Bilotti Boys, were in a band called Shout when they wanted somebody to sing. I sang at my wedding, drunkenly, of course. But my cousin Jim, who played guitar, had a band with Cy Costabile, well-known drummer around town. And he just pulled me over when I was walking from my office to the courthouse. He goes, "Hey, Frank, you still playing?" I go, "Yeah, a little bit." He goes, "We're having this jam at my house on Sundays. It'd be cool if you came over. It's a band, but not really, and we could use a singer. But if you're playing, bring your guitar." So I did, and I got an idea of what songs they were playing, so I really practiced hard that week. And then I got there on a Sunday and played, and then I said, "This is a blast." The next Sunday, I came with more songs that I could play and sing.
Yeah.
And then the next Sunday, and then by the fourth Sunday, he says, "Okay, well, we're not having it at my house. We're playing a gig. You're in a band." And I went, I am? So we played at the back of the boathouse there. That overlooks the lake, whatever you call
The
it.
back patio, porch area, yeah.
And we played for Safe Harbor.
Oh.
So it was for the dogs thing, and I got the bug.
Yeah.
As I say. It was, we had a lot of people there and did well but I just said, "Jim, okay, we got to do this. This is fun."
And what was the name of that band?
Sangue Rose.
Okay.
It was Italian for Blood and Roses, because we were big Smithereens fans. So Blood and Roses.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then how does your journey continue to, we go vinyl remix.
Yeah.
Later on the end, we're,
Sangue Rose ran its course after, 3 years or so. I didn't want to play every weekend. That was getting to be a drag. In fact, we played 2 nights in a row sometimes. That isn't why I wanted to get in a band.
Yeah, you don't want to do every week.
Yeah, and there was other stuff going on. So I that band just sort of just fell apart. And I hadn't been playing for maybe a month. And this guy I know named Wayne says, "Hey, kind of the same idea." He says, "We really need a singer. Are you still playing?" "Yeah." I got Jerry Kressel on drums. I got Tom Schleif on bass. And the name of their band was The Vinyls.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I thought was a cool name. And I said, "Well, let me see if it works," because I wanted to play again.
Yeah.
I was surprised somebody asked me, So I played with them quite a bit, but they played just enough. We played like maybe once every other month or something.
Okay, yeah.
Or, played TG's, played Lily Lake, played down at the lakefront a few times. Just had a great time. Jerry.
Yeah, because you guys were like playing just for fun. You're not going to be huge rock. Hey, we're going to play.
We're not here to record.
Right.
We're not here to play original music.
Yeah.
I mean, because I write songs but that wasn't my idea. I wanted to be sort of
party kind of thing.
Yeah, I
right?
wanted to be the MC for parties, for people. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Get me a beer. I'll play for beer. I mean, I didn't care. It wasn't about the money, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And so that was a fun band, and then it just again ran its course. I think Tom wanted to. Oh, Tom Schleif, who was the bass player, saw Tom Bilotti play with us one time.
Okay.
And Tom Bilotti's a great bass player, and he's just like, "That's the guy you got to get."
Oh.
He kind of got done with it. He says, "That's the guy who should be in this band."
Yeah.
And Jerry was more of a jazz drummer, so I think he got tired of playing rock and roll, or we got tired of playing jazz with him or something. I don't know. But and I love Jerry to death. So we got my buddy from school, Scott Chrisman, playing drums. And then when we had Chrisman and Bilotti playing together, that's when I knew we had something.
Kind of gelled together.
Yeah, I knew we had something.
And then you change the name to the New Vinyls then, or is that
That's
what you
when
did?
we became the New Vinyls.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. And then we played with Tom Barr for a while, because I always, not only do I need it skill-wise, need another guitar player, but I tended to do most of the singing, like 99% of it.
Yeah.
it's hard to sing all that and play guitar.
It's nice to have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I always had another guitar player. So we had Tom Barr for a while, and then that was about a year. And then I've been trying to get this guy by the name of Steve Coleman to play. Steve used to play with the Bloody Boys and played with Boys and Toys. He was in the original Boys and Toys with John Ianni. And so finally talked him into playing with us, and that was a godsend because such a great player and a great human being and a great guy to be in a band with. I mean, I was probably the fourth best guitar player in the band, and he was just so encouraging.
Yeah.
You know, he'd be, "Oh, Frank, you got to do another solo. Come on," and I'd be like, "What is wrong with you?" But he was just that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Very accommodating,
Encouraging and just,
encouraging, and never criticized. Every once in a while he'd say, "Why don't you turn it this way?" He'd make really helpful suggestions without you feeling like you're being, picked on or to make you not feel insecure about your playing. Because any band he's in, he's the best musician. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. What it is.
It's nice when they're modest about it too. That's
Just a modest guy. And unfortunately, he passed away. He had brain cancer, and so then we didn't play for a bit. And then we got Tommy's brother Dave to play Bellotti with Joey Bellotti, the young kid that played in the Bugs and all that.
Yeah.
He's got some good songs.
Oh yeah. His original stuff is his original stuff
is
is
a fun song.
It is. I agree 1,000%. Very talented young man, and so that's when we became. At my drummer's wife, Debbie, suggested vinyl remix.
Okay, yeah, cool.
So we were vinyls, new vinyls, then vinyl remix.
Nice.
So
vinyl remix is still going strong?
No,
or what
no,
happened
we
here?
just broke
I saw
up.
something on
Yeah,
your
we-
Facebook page I wanted to ask you about.
I'd been getting frustrated with some things that I didn't see changing, and I'm not criticizing any of those guys.
Right.
But I wanted certain things to be done a certain way, and it just, and I don't mean to sound like a diva, I needed to have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about.
You
for
want to be
me.
a chore, yeah.
And I wasn't having fun. The vinyl remix thing just happened.
Yeah.
It just within the last couple of weeks, so I'm sort of reeling about that a little bit. I'm sad.
everything,
I'm a little sad about it. I wish it would have gone on a little better and longer because the talent in that band is just unbelievable. But I didn't feel like there was enough fighting for it because I had told the guys I was thinking about disbanding and there wasn't a lot of fighting about it.
Okay.
I was like,
whatever.
Oh, okay. I guess you don't care. So,
Yeah.
I think it opens up a world of opportunity for you musically.
Well, get the word out, Donnie, would you?
I
Get the word
already am.
out.
I already
I
am.
like it because I only have about 55 guitars I could lend out
Right.
to people.
And you know what? The summer cannot go by without hearing.
Well, Don, you're a guitar player.
Well, I have strummed a few chords.
You have a guitar.
I do. I have two.
Have you heard these stories about my collection, by the way?
No.
Oh, yeah. It's insane. They call it GAS, which is Guitar Acquisition Syndrome. Or at least I call it that. Because I would say I have 55 guitars.
Wow.
And I don't mean just I don't have $15,000 guitars. I don't have that.
I
have
had John
guitars.
Lennon's actual guitar.
No, I don't have John Lennon's actual guitar. But I have an Epiphone Casino that is a John Lennon model.
Okay.
In other words, I bought them to potentially play in a band with them, and so none of them are show worthy or anything like that.
So have you played with Boys and Toys out?
I have.
Just
I was
as like a guest appearance?
Yeah, I mean, I've sang with them more times than I can count because my Uncle Mike always would bring me up. In fact, I just sang with them at 58 Below. I sang the Smithereen song.
Oh, okay.
Girl Like You. That was fun. Just one song. But I mean, I've even played guitar when they played, we played Summerfest. They played Summerfest one year and played guitar at least once with them on stage there. The guy they have now, they used to have Steve Coleman. He passed away. The guy they have now is a guy by the name of Brad Wilson, a really phenomenal player. And he likes to play, as I understand it, by himself. He's just likes that role, and he's good at it. I mean, I couldn't do what he does. And he's a great player. So I haven't been asked, nor would I impose on him either. That's just not my style. But especially when he'd blow me off the stage anyway, so...
Can I ask you a question about Mike?
Big Mike, yes.
His hair. Wow, isn't that beautiful? How does he get it like that? I love it.
Well, he has to adjust it because it's a wig. And people don't know that. It used to be a shell and pony, And just teasing. No, I love I think that was Martha, my dear, Paul McCartney's dog. That's where he got that hair from. No. He's always had great hair. I mean, even when he was younger. And fortunately for him, he's got the thick, follicles, and because that's all his hair. Now, do I think he should cut it? Yeah, a little bit. But I think he thinks he's Samson now, and if he cuts it, he won't be able to sing. It's just. But I love him to death. I talk to my uncle at least once a week, so that's how close we are. So.
All right, Frank, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So you played in all these bands for many years. Mm-hmm. What was
not till I was 40? Remember?
Yeah, I know. It's still
okay.
It was still like 5 years you're playing, right?
Yeah. 2 years ago.
What was your most memorable Kenosha show gig?
Oh, we've had a couple of a couple.
Yeah,
we've had a couple of Holy Rosary gigs. Saturday night Holy Rosary, just knocking it out of the park. And for me, women dancing and really enjoying themselves is worth 1,000.
The key to success, right?
Yeah, that's if I can get my wife out to dance, that's even greater success. But, and then we've had a couple of knockdown killer shows on a Tuesday at the Shell.
Oh yeah.
We've had some really, and as I understand it, we always bring probably the most people, and that. And I'm going to miss that. Because I don't know that I'll be playing it this year.
Yeah,
but,
probably not ready this year. Huh?
Yeah,
I think you would.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to miss that. I already told them we're not going to, because we were already booked for Mount Carmel, for Holy Rosary, for Tuesday at the Shell, and I had to cancel them, and that makes me sad.
Yeah.
But I figured let them know now as opposed to the night before.
No, that's great.
When I'm really miserable. So But we had a couple of Tuesday night. I mean. If you've ever ended a night playing "Won't Get Fooled Again," I mean, come on, The Who. When everybody's hitting it, that's pretty special stuff. We played "A Day in the Life" also one time with Joey with the keyboards and all that. My gosh, just some good stuff.
Nice.
So those are the shows.
Nice. All right, cool. All right, that's the law offices of Frank J. Parise. They're located at 7001 30th Avenue. Their contact information is down there in our show notes, so give them a call if you need anything. What could someone could possibly need Frank Parise for?
For anything.
Drunk driving. If you get arrested, give me a call. I do free consults. Email me. Tell me I have people constantly contact me on Facebook Messenger. Mm-hmm. I'll set you straight. I won't lie to you. I won't pull your leg. Try to be reasonably priced, and if I can help you, I will. If I can't, I'll find somebody.
Yeah.
Better call Parise.
There you go. Thank you.
Right now. Do it.
All right. I think we're going to take our second break. We'll be right back to wrap things up with Frank Parise.
All right.
Life throws us curveballs, moments when we need to gather, remember, and say goodbye. It's during these times that Casey Family Options Funerals and Cremations stands with you.
They offer a wide range of affordable options, from traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life. No matter your family's wishes, they can create a meaningful tribute without breaking the bank.
But here's the thing. Affordability does not mean they cut corners. At Casey Family Options, they believe every life deserves a beautiful send-off.
So when life throws you a curveball, remember you're not alone. Casey Family Options Funeral and Cremations, affordable care with endless compassion.
Visit them online at CaseyFamilyOptions.com or call today for a free consultation, 262-653-0667. Hey, Jason, want to help me move this weekend? Hey, don't be that guy.
Your friends do not want to spend all day lugging your crap around for a few beers and pizza.
When you are looking to relocate, call on About Time Moving Systems. They have over 20 years of trusted 5-star experience.
Find them online at abouttimemoving.com. Your friends and your body will thank you.
And we're back from that break.
Yes, we are back from that break, Donnie. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and thanks to our great sponsors for that break.
That's right. We couldn't do without them.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. I guess it is time for Kenosha Connects.
That's right. It's brought to you by the law offices of Frank J. Parise.
Hey, I know that guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
handsome
clever.
devil.
That's clever that came up on this episode.
Donnie, did you know that one bad day can lead to many more and the law becomes involved?
I know that more than anybody.
And if your one bad day leads to the need for experienced representation, call on the law offices of Frank J. Parise. Parise is more than just a local rock star. This born and raised Kenoshan specializes in misdemeanors, felonies, DUIs, drug charges, domestic violence, and juvenile law. Save this number in your phone right now, 262-656-8255. 9906.
I'm saving it.
You never know when you might need Frank Parise. He is here to help you.
Yes,
and you.
He is here
Everybody.
for the people. Thank you, Frank Parise,
You're
for
to help
what
me.
you do. You better hire yourself.
Fool for a client.
All right, are you ready for our Kenosha Connects, Frank?
Sure.
All right. What was the last great meal you had in Kenosha?
Oh, is this what you're asking me for real? I had a great meal at Twisted about a week or so ago with longtime friends. My drummer, his wife Debbie, my drummer's sister Sean, and her husband Paul, and my wife. Yeah, had a great meal.
Okay, it's a tough one for you.
Okay.
Your favorite annual Kenosha event?
That is a tough one for me.
You could say even as a performer compared to as a goer.
Yeah, I really enjoy Tuesdays at the Shell. I mean, especially when our band played there. And then Holy Rosary Festival.
Okay.
Just spend the whole day there, have some sausage, bring my son Joey with, and walk through the crowd and have a good time. Yeah.
That's a good time there. All right. Where in Kenosha would you recommend someone going on a first date?
Going on a first date. Geez, start with a nice drink at UPT.
Yes.
You know, have a nice beer at there. And then maybe go over to Public. Yeah, Public. Have a nice craft beer. And then have some dinner. Jeez, you can have a great pizza at Casa. You can have, and then if it depends how long. If you're having a great time, go see Boys and Toys.
There you go.
See, there you go.
Boy, I can't wait till you ask me out on it. Frank, this is gonna be action packed.
Yeah, and I pay for everything too.
Well, you are a lawyer,
And I'm a big tipper, so there you go.
All right, favorite local place to see a band?
Years ago, I went and saw my uncle's band at Roosevelt Theater. That was great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Upstairs or downstairs?
No, it was in the theater.
the theater part?
Yeah,
Okay,
they had
wow.
like 3 bands. I think Frank Carmichael put it on.
Oh, yeah,
of all
probably.
people. And that's when Tom Iorio was playing with my uncle's band.
Okay.
You know, from the Chevelles, Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was playing bass and keyboards. That was great. I took a girl with, and pretty impressive.
All right, we'll take it.
Okay, good.
What is something about Kenosha you'd like new residents to know?
We're really good people.
Yes.
We're really good people. I mean, get to know us, talk to us a little bit. Yeah, I think deep down, you know, we've got some crime issues and things
Everybody
like that,
does, though.
but everybody does. Boy, you go on a nice Saturday, sunny, just walk downtown, and you know, people are friendly, dog friendly, people friendly. Yeah.
Cool. All right, great. How about this one?
Okay.
Which now closed Kenosha business do you wish you could bring back?
TG's.
All right.
Oh, me too.
Have you been into Finn and Ale yet?
With Dave Palmer, though. I want to bring Dave back. Yes, I have, and I like what they've done.
It's beautiful. I'm glad
It
there's
is.
something there, yeah.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Frank,
Yes?
what is the worst road in Kenosha?
The worst road.
Yeah.
Oh, all of them.
So true.
Either the ones that end in AVE or the ones that end in STREET. I mean, it's those.
How about this one? When's the last time you rode the streetcar?
Oh, it's been a bit. I think maybe the first year.
We get that answer a lot.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I see it a lot because it runs by the courthouse.
Yeah.
So you know, he doesn't run me over, so that's a good thing.
It looks nice. Right?
It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great. It needs to have like a bar connection, but you know, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about this one? In which Kenosha bar do you think you spent the most money in all time?
TG's.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt it was TG's because Dave Palmer ran it for a while, and he was a very good friend of my wife's and the Palmer family. And then he sold it to Teresa and Sherry, and Teresa was a good friend of my wife's. And then that was the first bar we would take Joey to.
Okay.
And they'd see Joey come in, and he loves fries, and they'd immediately make him
Start
fries.
some fries up for him.
And they had a table in the back underneath the chalkboard. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
All the way in the back. That was our spot.
Okay.
And, you know, we'd go there after lunch, but before dinner. That was the perfect time on a Thursday to go or something. And so I'd clear my calendar so we could bring Joey out. And eventually, because everybody knew him, they treated him like the king he is.
Yeah.
He got used to being out.
Nice.
And so he'd see people. And the more he did that, the more he got acclimated to social things. To where then eventually he'd come and watch our band play. If we were playing outside, you know, couldn't be inside.
Yeah.
It's too much. And now he'd come see our band wherever. We played at the Wyndham. He sits right at the
nice.
table.
Yeah.
As long as the table's away from the PA.
Yeah. Well, that's loud. That's for anybody,
Yeah, even our band. But so that was it. Now his favorite bar is UPT.
Yeah. Well, Angie and Ben run a great ship there.
Yay!
Thank you, Angie.
Thank you, Angie. So, yeah.
All right, last one here. The big Kenosha debate, Big Star or The Spot?
I don't eat at either of them.
Never?
I have. I don't want to. I don't like greasy food.
Oh, okay. So no answer, huh?
I don't have an answer.
Okay.
No, because I think I'd insult somebody.
Wow.
All right.
Well, because
Are you running for office?
No, gosh, no.
Not yet.
No, not at all. I don't like greasy food.
Yeah.
I wasn't a McDonald's guy.
Okay.
And at one of those establishments, Cheryl and I, on a lark, decided, well, let's, everybody talks about it. We should go have it. So we went and had it, and we were both sick.
Oh, no. Okay. Huh.
It was just, and it wasn't because the food was bad. It was because we
You're
weren't
not used to it. Yeah.
Now, when I was a kid, I remember like leaving the bars and going to the spot because we used to go to Sunnyside.
Oh, yeah. Right
that
next
was
door.
a big, so,
Purple Erples.
yeah. So
Well, Donnie loves the banana shakes at which
Big
place?
Star.
Big Star.
Yeah,
Okay.
banana shakes
now
at Big Star.
we opened Fontainebleau, and I'm in.
Ah, okay.
See?
Good old Fontainebleau.
we go.
Yeah. Well, Fontainebleau was right next to Flowers by Joseph.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the Cucinato boys and I, we'd hang out, and then when you've had a case of beer each, go
Head over there, get a soaky. And...
Hello. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that does it for our Kenosha Connects. And what time is it now, Donnie?
Ding, ding, ding. It's trivia time.
Oh, Jesus.
And trivia is brought to you by the Lettering Machine. They're located at 725 50th Street. They can customize almost anything. Gifts, uniforms, school apparel.
Wow.
Office attire.
Wow.
Accessories.
Oh, accessories.
And guess what?
Ouch.
You name it.
Whoa.
They can do it. Also, check out their online novelty shop at letteringmachine.com as they have some awesome ready-made designs just for you, and you out there, the listener. So check out the Lettering Machine. Say hi to Tina for us. Tina and Dave.
All right. So, Frank, you are a lawyer. So today we're doing we're doing lawyer jargon.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So, Donnie, I don't know if you're up on your Law and Order and things like that. Do you watch it and stuff?
Ally McBeal?
Better Call Saul?
That was the only one I watched.
Okay.
I wouldn't watch any of them.
Well, I'm going to give you a legal term, and you must give me the definition briefly. Just like one sentence kind of
Was
thing.
that a pun, briefly?
Hey, that's first
Ah,
one.
there you go.
So, Donnie, we're going to start with you. So you can kind of see what's going on. Donnie, what is an affidavit?
An order to get to court? Close? No, it's something that you sign and you can't talk about it.
No. Sorry, it's a written or printed statement made under oath.
Damn it!
Subscribed and sworn to. Yes.
So you're already down.
Well, I mean,
Yay.
I'm not a lawyer yet.
Frank,
Me neither.
what
I'm
is?
practicing till I get it right.
Well, let's see if you can get this one, Frank.
Okay.
Your first one. What is a petty offense?
That would be usually labeled a misdemeanor.
Can you elaborate?
Can I elaborate? Or collaborate? That would be a minor offense. No? Okay. What do you have?
I have a misdemeanor punishable by 6 months or less in prison.
They don't have those in Wisconsin.
Okay, we'll give it to you.
Yeah. Wisconsin has Class A misdemeanors, which are 9 months or $10,000 fines. The lowest misdemeanor is generally the Class B misdemeanor, which is 90 days or $1,000 fine.
Ah, okay.
So that's why that term doesn't really exist
I got
in
this
Wisconsin.
off the internet, so...
Oh, well, then it must be true. Then I'm wrong. How petty of you.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
All right, Frank, you're up 1-0. Donnie?
Can I answer Donnie's too? Because he's going to have problems.
When you can't get it, I'll give it to you. Donnie, can you tell me what a bench trial is?
You can do it, Donnie.
A sports lawsuit?
That's pretty good.
It's something.
No.
What's a bench trial?
That's when the judge determines the facts and evidence
Oh,
Instead of
instead of a jury.
Oh, okay.
So they call them court trials or bench trials.
How often do they have those?
In small claims, that's pretty much all they
Yeah.
are.
Like Judge Judy?
Right.
Okay.
And then divorce is all bench trials.
Oh, yes. So I've
And
been
then-
through two of those.
And then you can actually have a bench trial as a criminal, too, if you waive your right to a jury.
oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
And by the way, first offense drunk drivings are all bench trials unless you pay for the
I
jury.
know that as well.
Unless you pay for the jury, you could pay for a jury.
Pay off the
Costs you,
jury?
no, pay for the jury. It's a 6-person jury. It costs you $36.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll sign that.
Anyway,
All right, Frank,
Yes,
you're up. Question 2 for you. Define admissible.
that means it is allowable in a court of law.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Good job. Donnie?
Frank, you're killing me.
Well, I think that's the intention.
No, this is definitely fair play.
I could tell.
Now, I'm giving you a softball here, Donnie.
Okay, good.
All right.
Because this is many different answers to this. I'll accept.
Okay.
How many people sit on a grand jury?
12, 13, 9, 22.
There you go.
Oh, it was 22?
Well, it's between 16 and 23.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, I would not have got that either because Wisconsin doesn't do grand juries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I didn't know it.
Right. We have a stage called the preliminary hearing, which took the place of grand juries.
Okay.
Now, in particular federal cases, like in Milwaukee, they have grand juries, but generally speaking, we don't have grand juries. Like in Kenosha, we don't have grand juries.
Okay. Well, we're learning something here with Frank Parise.
Well, hey.
Well, he knows a few things about
But let's see if you can get this
One
last
or
one.
two.
Now.
one or two.
I don't know if you get this last one. Though.
Okay.
Frank, what
sir.
is a pro se?
That means you do not have an attorney. You're representing yourself.
Do you recommend anyone do that?
Only a fool for a client, yes.
All right, Frank, you won trivia, and you won a Ktown Connects koozie, courtesy of the lettering machine.
Man. Koozie on over
go.
here. Yeah.
Keep your beers cold and your coffee warm with a Ktown Connects koozie.
I
Look at
usually
that.
don't allow it to get warm, so I appreciate this.
So, hey, you out there, make sure you look for this episode and many more episodes of the Ktown Connects podcast on Spectrum Channel 14 and the Kenosha Community Media streaming channel on your Roku every Wednesday at 11 and Sunday at 5.
Look, Mom, I'm on TV. KCM. Woo. And don't forget to follow the Ktown Connects podcast on all your social media outlets, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, aka X, YouTube, and TikTok. Drop us a 5-star review or a thumbs up or a
However
great
they do it.
review. And help us spread the word on the hottest podcast in town.
And what is that?
That is the Ktown Connects podcast. God damn it.
Whoa. We got to cut
I
that
gotta
one out.
edit that
Yeah, we
out.
got to edit that out.
Bleep.
All right, this episode is brought to you by our Patreon supporter of the month, and that is Stephanie Grimes.
Oh my God, my lovely, beautiful girlfriend, Stephanie Grimes.
Oh, that's your girlfriend?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
This week.
Thank you.
Forever.
I apologize.
Forever.
Stephanie, thank you for all your support. If you'd like to become a Patreon subscriber, visit ktownconnects.com. Did you know that subscriptions start at just $2 a month?
That's it?
And that gets you early access to every episode in its raw, unedited form. Sometimes just with up to an hour of bonus content.
Wow.
Also, you get every episode of our spin-off series, It Is What It Is, where Donnie talks about everything.
Frank, thank you so much
No,
for coming
that
on the
was a
show. That was
blast.
so much fun.
Good, I'm glad you enjoyed
So
it.
that's Frank J. Parise. The law offices of Frank J. Parise, 7001 30th Avenue in beautiful Kenosha. Give him a call, 262-656-9906. Shoot him an email at fparise@fjpllc.com. Better call Parise, right, Jason?
That's right, Donnie. But we forgot to thank all of our sponsors, including A Plus Mobility,
Frank's Diner,
Shannon Franklin of Remax Elite,
Aaron Hunzinger of AH Did It,
Union Park Tavern,
Casey Family Options, Funerals, and Cremations.
About Time Movers,
Of course, the law offices of Frank J. Parise. Thank you, Frank.
Public Craft Brewing,
The Lettering Machine.
the Port of Kenosha Beverage House,
I love that place. Rocket Optical Eyewear.
Vintage Underground.
And Wink Beauty Boutique.
Oh, thank you guys so much. We appreciate this.
I mean-
you make this a wonderful time.
That's a lot of sponsors. That's
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
well, we do what we do. I
Yeah.
mean, after 137,000 episodes, I'm trying to figure out what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
We are connecting
Wait, does
Kenosha.
Frank know what we're doing here?
I can't figure it out.
We're
Sorry.
connecting Kenosha.
I'm not that smart.
So what?